Splatoon 3 is just around the corner and I really need to improve my aim. So for the next week, I'm going to follow that SRB2 dude's aim drills and seeing how high I can climb the ranked ladder in a week. This was all streamed on Twitch, so if you enjoyed then I would highly appreciate a follow over there and maybe even a subscribe down below. That'd be great. Anyway, enjoy the video. There are going to be two main techniques that I'm going to be practicing while doing my aim training. Number one being my raw aim and number two being my tracking. Now, raw aim is basically when you just have to flick from one enemy to another when you first get into your gunfights with the opponents. So I'm going to be going at this line. I'm just going to be just randomly flicking and just getting used to that. Now, tracking is when you're like mid gunfight and your opponent is moving and you have to move your crosshair to stay on the target. So I'll go up to this ramp, I'll jump off, I'll track it, I'll shoot it, I'll shoot and track. You know, just get good at tracking the opponent. Now I'm going to be doing another thing while aim training, but I won't mention it here. I'll hint at it throughout the video and I'll reveal it at the end. So I want you to watch this video and try and guess what that third thing is. And with that, let's see how day one went. Okay, got him. No! No! That would have worked so well! After day one, I felt like my tracking was getting better. I was finding it easier to snap from one enemy to another, but I still had a few stupid moments where if I just had better aim, I could have won the gunfight. So, let's see what progress I made on day 2. I was around the corner, dude. I had like 20 missiles, I just going pew 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 pew. I just what am I meant to do? Just go pew pew pew. I don't want any of them. Okay, no, how? No, okay. Before you guys start to flame me in the comments about the lag compilation not really being a lag compilation, I have gotten better at tracking, especially with the Nautilus, because a lot of my aim drills are about just tracking the opponents and keeping my crosshair steady on said opponent, and that's what Splatlings are all about. So let's see how well I can use the Nautilus on day 3. This day is pretty conflicting when looking back at it. It was great because I put myself into situations where I had to put my crosshair in the right position and hit my shots, or else I would lose the gunfight. But I also dropped 2 ranks in the span of 1 hour. I'll talk more about this at the end of week report on my experiences with the whole thing, but I want to get one thing clear right now. Your rank does not equal your skill. You can have some guy who just got very lucky with his teammates and end up in X, but you can also have a pro player who is still in S. Ranks is just a letter on the screen. Let's see if this mindset will help me in day 4. This is my final report before I do my full roundup. So, how did I perform? I ended up winning a lot of my matches today, and I was able to climb back to S from A in an hour, so I'm definitely improving. So here, I present to you my aim after I non-stop practice for 5 days. Okay, I know I said like a week, but like, I mean, a school week is like 5 days, like, surely that counts. Now I want to talk about whether aim training is actually a good idea. Did I improve my aim this week? Yes. Would it be a good idea if I kept doing aim drills before my ranked games? Yes. Would I become a better player if I only did aim drills? No, I would not. There is so much more to Splatoon than just aiming. There's game sense, map awareness, movement, subs, specials, and knowing how to talk to your team. All things that are key to master if you want to succeed at a pro level. You might be wondering what was the secret technique that I was doing to help improve my aim. To tell you, I'm gonna play a clip from Watson's video on improvement.
It doesn't only matter how much you play the game, but how you play the game. Your goal should be to train as effectively as possible. Someone with 1000 hours of well-spent training can be a far scarier opponent than someone with 2000 hours of not focused and intense training. Want to train certain techniques like substrating? Go to the training room for 2 hours solely practicing it. You have troubles on specific maps? Wait for it to come up in rotation and play every rotation with it. Want to improve 1v1s? A quick sub, quick respawn and take every 1v1 in a match regardless of your results. I see a lot of people complaining about solo queue not being competitive enough and the lack of possibilities to practice properly. I think that's wrong. It's up to you what you do with the cards you're dealt with.
That's right, I was purposely putting myself into bad situations. Some people might call it throwing the game, I call it self-improvement. Also, what you see in the video about my improvement isn't the full picture. I'm a YouTuber after all. I have to pick and choose what goes in the video and what goes out. That's why I highly recommend you go and view my VODs, because you'll see many moments where it just looks like I haven't done my aim drills, or where I just made a stupid misplay. It's pretty insane, and that's why I'm showing you a lot of the B-roll footage here that never made it in, just to show that I wasn't just an aim god throughout the entire experience. So what did we learn? Aiming is temporary, but Premiere Pro Razor tool is forever.